It's Friday. Come on, come on. It's Friday. Yay! It's Friday. Hey, y'all. What's happening? It is Friday. We have made it to the close of another work week, school week, home week. And I'm excited because I actually know what day it is. It's Friday. You guys, do you miss the days? Do you forget? Um, I did. But school is helping me a lot more. So just being here, helping our boys, it helps me remember what day it is. What about you? Well, hello, 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 hello. Good to see you guys. Again, thank you for being here. If you catch the replay, make sure you put replay and let me know that you were here. I am Lake Moore of More Capacity. Come on. If you've been here before, you know the drill. Let's say it together. More capacity, but the stretch is necessary. Perfection is not the measure, but maturity is mandatory. Mandatory. I'm trying to start looking up at the camera because I feel like I'm just looking at myself. But anyway, hey y'all, hey, you guys, what's been going on this week? How are you doing mentally? How are you doing emotionally? Hi, Jill. What's up, girl? How are you guys doing? How are you balancing everything? Are you taking care of yourself? I really hope. I was listening to Les Brown today. He comes on every day, you guys, at about I think from 12 to 12:30. And if you don't listen to him, such great wisdom. He's 75 years old. He has this cool high top fade now, like kid. And listening to him and how he is moving through everything, it's incredible. So if you haven't heard him, check him out too, because he always inspires me. But he was talking about self care and how important it is to take care, be aware of where you are mentally and physically. Because in the midst of all this, we can kind of get tied up and forget that we're not even breathing. Okay, so everybody right there, ready? Okay, ready? Inhale and exhale. Do you know that when we're under stress, we actually hold our breath? If any of you guys have like the Apple Watches or any of those watches where you can kind of keep up with your daily steps and things like that, sometimes it'll warn you that you're not breathing. And we hold our breath a lot. So, one more time, come on. Just being intentional and being here. So, speaking, girl, it does, right? And thank you for doing it with me and not making me think I'm crazy because I'm sitting here talking about let's breathe. But seriously, it does. It feels so good. It feels so good. So, speaking of self care, I know we talked about before, like taking 10 to command our mornings so we command our days, right? Well, y'all, I don't know what happened, but whew, I think about it and I've, mentally been writing it down and mentally, of course, thinking about it. But something happens between that night and in the morning of me getting up, the stuff and the schedule that I have. Whew, I had to extend a little bit of grace to myself because it doesn't go as planned. And that's okay. I still try to fit in my walks, and I not try to, but I do fit my walks in. And if I'm not fitting them in, I have to ask myself what's going on. Because very true in transparency, I was in the house for 3 days, you guys. 3 days. It's like, what is going on? What's going on right here? But anyway, thanks be to God. I was aware, made some shifts, and made it happen. And I just tell you that because it's going to happen, right? Be gracious to yourself during these times. Please be gracious to yourself. If you're box checkers, it might be hard, but be gracious to yourself. So tonight, on my walk today, um, I've doing a lot of different things here. And as I'm sharing with you, you guys know that once you put things out, once you speak them, that you automatically become accountable to them. Because what will happen is it's like life will line up and tests will come to bring the word that you already know back to your remembrance and then also what you've put out there. That's why words are so powerful and we must be careful about what comes out of our mouth. So, as we were talking about our authentic lineup last week, if you didn't get a chance, check it out. But it's amazing how I have had the opportunities to have conversations, to correct some things. And even in doing so, how my mind wants to go back to what it was comfortable doing um, in relationships and just different things. I just want to go back, right? Kind of want to shrink and say, oh my gosh, blossoming into this. And I know this is right and the momentum is going, but oh, it feels different. And I'm not sure if I want to be uncomfortable. You guys ever been there before? That you know that you're supposed to make certain changes. And now we have all of this great time to self evaluate and to really be intentional about how we fill up our calendars and where we give our time focus. And as you make those changes, it's so different. And it's like, gosh, this is so uncomfortable. Because really now we have an opportunity to find out what was necessary. So, anyway, today as I was walking, and I was just talking to the Lord, and I hope you guys intentionally are finding time to communicate. If you're on here and you don't know how to pray, you don't know what that is, it's just like this, it's a conversation, it's communication. In the same way that you open your mouth and you talk to a friend, because that's what he is, he's a friend, that you speak and then you get quiet to hear the response. And you'd be amazed that in that break of silence, that there's a response. So I was walking today and I simply said, I was like, Lord, there's so much going on and I can feel the maturity taking place in me. It's a different way and it feels so uncomfortable. And all I heard him say was, it's becoming. And I was like, whoa, what is that? Now, sometimes you'll get a word or you'll hear something or confirmation will come, and he's not always going to say, okay, this is it. Now line it up. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Now, sometimes he will give you literally insight of step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But sometimes he'll give you something, and then it's up to you to study, to research, to seek counsel, all those different things. I heard T.D. Jakes say something today in a conversation with Stephen Furtick. So cool. He said, it's just like in our home. You look around and you might have a table or you might have a chair with wooden legs. And he was like, God didn't make chairs and tables. All he made was a tree. So sometimes he will literally give you something. He'll give you a tree and you have to see the potential in it. You have to say, okay, this is the word that you gave me. How is it relevant for this season and for this time in my life? What does it mean? So don't get frustrated. It's like, well, I want you to tell me everything. He's like, no. It's a relationship. I'll give you this. How bad do you want it? Yes, we do. We have all the tools. There are no excuses. He removes all that off the table. He remains blameless. He's like, look, I gave you relationships. I gave you a mouth. I gave you a mind. I gave you a heart and direction. And all we have to do is move in that way. And boy, when you start moving, one foot in front of the other, a little bit at a time, he's like, oh, they believe what I said. They see they can take this tree and build a house, right? And have comfort and joy, all these different things. So becoming. And I looked the word up, broke it down in 3 parts. And yeah, we already know Michelle Obama. I have the book. If you don't have it, great read too. But this is what it says, be. And the definitions of that, just be, is qualities of a person or a thing, the actual condition of it. The present state, be. Where we are mentally, physically, emotionally, how we're moving, how we're growing, making sure we're planted. Just be. Understanding exactly where we are in this moment. And then come, COME. It says to move or to travel to a place that's near or familiar. So, yes, currently this is where we are. But we're continuing to move to a different place. We're moving. We know what God has said and we know what He called us for, right? So, in this current state, He's given us a vision of what our next is. He's told us if you just keep going, oh God, if you just keep going, if you just keep going, if you go through the hard thing, if you push through the stop, it will become familiar. It will feel more comfortable. No, you don't feel like you fit right now in the present be, but if you just keep going, it's going to feel like you belong there. And then ing, that part in of itself, it's a preposition. And, it says the process and it's ongoing. But backing up, because that was another part with prep. Come, it's a preposition part, which also says it's when a specified time is reached or when you end up there, right? So we just have to keep going. And then ing is the process. It doesn't stop. We don't just start, then get comfortable, and then it ends. We start, we get to that level, we get comfortable, and then it's time to go to the next level, and then to the next. That's what capacity is about too. How much weight can you carry? Once you're stretched, do you understand that on that level, do you know how to balance things? Are you becoming comfortable in that space? And once you're there, what's the next step? This quote was really cool. And it's by Jeff Canvas. And it says, don't place a period where God has placed a comma. I know everybody right now, the kids, can't just say the kids because we all saying it like, that's just it. Period. Drea, I can see NDA right now. Period. But yeah, don't place a period where God has placed a comma. The process continues. You're still growing. You are. And you got to declare it for yourself. I am becoming a better me. I am becoming a better wife. I'm becoming a better mother. I'm becoming a better friend. I'm becoming a better neighbor, a better witness. All those different things. And the beautiful thing about it too is that because it's a continuous process, that even though some of the things that I may have done yesterday, 10 years ago, 10 minutes ago, if I learn to understand that I'm becoming, somebody else may want to continue to describe me as such. But I can say, nah, I'm aware that may have been so, but I'm becoming. I'm taking responsibility for my be. And I still believe that I will come to that desired place and that called place. And I will become what He has created me to be. And for that place where I have been called, that process will continue because He promised He will take us from glory to glory to glory. Yep, we're becoming. Again, I just remind you, do not put a period where God has placed a comma. Be gracious to yourself. Yep. And in the words of India Ari, I'm having a private party. Come on. Nobody here but me, my angels. And I'll play my air guitar saying, baby, look how far we've come. It ain't over, y'all. Keep becoming. I am Lake Moore of more capacity. What is stretch? It's necessary. Perfection is not the measure, but maturity is mandatory. God bless you guys. See you tomorrow, Lord willing. And join us on Sunday. My husband and I will be here together. Bye.